It's up to you to go in the insights of God. That's why God will judge you by yourself. Your parents are not going to vouch for you. Your grandparents, other people are not going to vouch for you, right? But it is your character of how you truly develop a relationship with God. You see what I'm saying? Simply because it's going to help you. It's going to better you. It's going to make you a better person, right? And a better person is a fully spiritually intact person, because that gives you unlimited resources, right? Your your sixth sense that gives you, you know, the understanding of how things truly are, or a sense of what's really going on, can only be concrete and, and stable if you feed it spiritually. We also get discouraged sometimes when, you're feeding your spirit and you may physically not see certain things because they're not apparent. Well, it's the same thing with the flesh. When you physically exercise, you're not going to get to see the difference in 1 day or 2 days. It takes time. But if you don't give up, then you will find different ways to what? Innovate yourself. Because guess what? The spirits of the darkness knows everything that you are spiritually trying to do that is good. They know. So once you start doing it, there's signs that appear to them, right? That tries to say, okay, we have to put a stop to this person. And how they try to do it in the spirit and how it manifests physically is limiting you in certain ways, right? With ways of fear, ways of discouragement, ways of problems. All of those things limit you. But if you shrug all of those things off and you say, you know what? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to pray no matter what, even if I don't see anything happening, because I know God keeps me alive. I know God is inside of me. I know God's power does not have a limitation. It's only me, because guess what? The enemy is always trying to get my flesh to be distracted. It's always trying to get my mind to be distracted, because guess what? If the enemy gets those things to be distracted, then I will focus on flesh, what is temporary. I will focus on my problem, on my situation, and not go and focus on the word of God, because the word of God increases my power and authority over every temporary circumstance, because the word of God is eternal. Hmm? God is not a mathematical equation where you try to solve it physically, because a lot of people try to figure out God through just their state of mind. If you figure out God, then it's not God. You cannot just use your mind to figure out God. Your spirit is directly from God, right? If your spirit is directly from God, then God is basically telling you you can never figure him out. It's not possible, simply because you, I live in you, but it's how you welcome me, right? How you fix my home that I have created for you. It's like he made everything, gave it to you, right? How you take care of it is what he's going to judge you based on, right? What he accepts, what he doesn't accept, all of those is taking care of him, right? Make sure you do the right thing. Make sure you love God. Make sure that you will see that you don't stop giving up. The others will see, you know, the things that you're doing to better yourself. And it will be given to you simply because of the projection of your spirit through your flesh. Your spirit has no satisfaction. The only thing that could bring your flesh to a satisfaction is your spirit, because it's eternal and has an eternal source of power. An eternal source of power is absolute power that can what? Govern your entirety of your flesh and make your flesh obedient. Nothing else can. Every other solution other than the spiritual solution, it's it's not, what's it called? It's not good, because guess what? It will just keep wanting more and more and more and more, because it doesn't have a what? A eternal solution like the spirit does. But your eternal solution is your spiritual side. But if you don't feed your spiritual side, then your spirit becomes weaker than your flesh, and your flesh will overtake everything and start to what? Push you in the wrong direction, the direction that you don't want to be in. But that direction is what your flesh prefers, because it will control you without you even noticing, because it is what you indulge in the most. It's what's in your mindset, and it's what's in your mindset is what you're going to do, because it automatically what clicks off the button to make you comfortable doing it. See what I'm saying? So when you start thinking about what you're doing, if you know that you're doing is wrong, it means that your spirit's telling you that is not what you're supposed to be doing. But the message that's being given to you, right? Your flesh also knows, yo, your spirit is trying to guide you in a different direction. So now your flesh creates things to make sure that you don't, right? Satan has control over your flesh. That is why it leads you into the wrong direction, right? And God has control over your spirit. Don't let Satan fool you into thinking he has control over your spirit, because your spirit is more powerful than his. And that is one of his tricks with the belief and the fear and all of those things he creates. And notice he has to create them physically, right? Because he has this power of illusion, right? So what I am saying is, though you physically see, flesh is the high level of illusion, because flesh is anything that is temporary, is an illusion state. That means your spiritual side is truly not your flesh side. So if you're 5'4" or 6'3" physically, that is not who you are spiritually. So that is showing you your true self is spirit that you don't see. But your illusion self is your flesh, because it is just a temporary time. And so I end off today by telling you guys, be encouraged to become a better person. Be encouraged to become creative in the worship with God, because you're going to need it. And others are going to need your what? Your drive to what? Become better. You're going to need all of these things. So I thank you. Like, comment, and share this video. And of course, be motivated to be passionate about serving God, because He will help you to become better. Bless everybody. Have a great day, guys. Bye now.